Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all, I'm back with some new content. This video features Velvet. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Alright, y'all, let's get into this video.
Hey everyone. Hey Gorilla. Hey Virgo Goddess. Hey Melogram. Hey Ocean. Ocean. Hey Girl Matt. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. So I'm gonna be going live very quick with. She's actually somebody very close to me, but I'm gonna be going live with her, and we're just gonna be talking a little bit about motherhood. She was moved by the live that I did earlier. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. This is going to be super organic. So I'm about to go ahead and let her in right now. Let's see. There she goes. Hey.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, girl. I'm good. Been busy all day.
You
So
look like you're glowing.
I am because I have taken some fruits off of your tree.
Mm-hmm.
I have decided, since I am 40 plus years old now, and I started juicing. So I've been juicing for about a week, and I have just noticed a change in everything. Everything. And you know, I've been following your journey for so long. Of course, I love you.
You've been following my life. You
Your
know me since I
whole
was a baby. This
your
woman knew me
whole
since
life.
I was a baby. Guys.
Yes. Yes. I used to hold her in my arms and just kiss her little big cheeks and play with her hair because she was just the cute as a button. Y'all think she's beautiful now. She was just the most energetic, but kind of to herself as a child. And but she loved her siblings. She loved her siblings. She really took care of them. The same way you see her as a mom, she was the same way with her siblings. So I just adore everything I saw, even everything. Everything
Yeah.
that comes with you, we have to be stretched in order to grow and to blossom into who we are or who we were designed to be. And a lot of times you don't find that out until you went through heartache, pain, trials, tribulations. You have been kicked down to nothing, rejection,
Yeah.
because it builds your character, it builds your stamina for when you do rise to
Yeah.
your next level. So I'm just very proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
It's it's I don't even know what to say right now, but what I am curious about is some of the changes that you've seen, because
Mm.
you know that, like you commented about me caring about my siblings. I have been like always not in my mind about it, but I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like there needed to be a change,
Mm-hmm.
like in my family, in all families, not just my own
Mm-hmm.
family. And like
Mm-hmm.
my immediate family, sometimes they think I'm like targeting them, but I'm not. It's just like it's a global thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so what I have always wanted to see was me impact my family for the better.
Right.
So I want to know, like, what are some changes that you've implemented in your life that you have learned from some of the things that I've been through thus far?
So for me, first of all, I really got into learning about my body. I got into learning about reprogramming my mind, my mindset on finances, politics, religions, and even like traumas from when you're growing up. And it sparked me, and I started my own self healing community on Facebook. and it's called Letter to Me. And we go on a 30-day journey, a 15 or a 30-day journey, and they get a subject and we write letters about it that we can relate to for what happened in our lives personally. And just watching your journey with how you went from, helping so many people, good or bad, no matter what people have to say about you, you were so transparent. It's unbelievable. And some people could look at it as a bad thing because we're so used to seeing fake stuff. We're so used to seeing the good. We're so used to seeing people come on here and just show you the good. But they never show you them down days. They never show you the bad. They never just publicly be like, look, this me, this what I'm going through, this what I've been through. But take what you can, as they say, eat the beat and spit out the bone. Take what you need from what you gather and what you see from my journey and release the rest if you don't want it. Or just simply unfollow me. Like, it's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. But I was very intrigued from the time, like, you taught so much about different fruits, vegetables. You was inspired to be in geography. And I was just like, this is so amazing. Like, through everything, I always found the good.
Yeah.
And how you cook, how you prep meals, how you have your children are well diverse and they're well grounded. So whereas they know about nature, they learning how to plant, they learning how to garden, they learning how, to see things beyond what it is. They learning science, they learning about, their inner self. And a lot of people don't teach that to their children. That's just real.
Yeah.
And that's why our younger generation is just so, my heart just bleeds for them because they're so lost. They so lost. And that's why you get attacked, because you have a major assignment on your life. So you get attacked.
I'm not buying this shit for 1 minute. This lady doesn't know Velvet. I believe that this lady is one of her longtime supporters.
On your life. So you get attacked due to that fact.
Yeah.
And always remember that you decided to say yes. You decided to say yes, right? So always know that your yes is not going to be easy. And you got to remember, you said yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in front. I'm deciding to be on the front line to teach women how to love themselves, to teach women how, even though you have mess ups. And what's funny is when I watch your videos and people bash you about the fact that you have 3 children for 3 different dads, all this kind of stuff. Well, this pretty face, right? I have 3 children for 3 dads. Only difference is my last child, who is absolutely gorgeous, she was made out of love. Me and him married each other. That's the only difference from me and Velvet, and from a lot of other women that's out here who just get dealt a bad hand. And as for the comment earlier, when somebody was like, I think it's just sad, you sorry that you want to get away from the dads and you don't want them in the children's life, and da 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 da. Well, breaking news, when you're dealing with a narcissist, are you dealing with somebody that's extremely controlling? Are you dealing with somebody that's threatening your life?
Yeah.
Are you dealing with somebody that I don't trust you with me, what makes you think I want to trust you with my child?
Exactly.
And just to let you know, I went through a situation to where from the time my child was born, one of my children, from the time that my child was born, I had to literally fight for them. I had to fight physically, going to court, going through this, going through that. Recording me on phone calls, harassing me, coming on my job, almost
You're the
losing my
mother.
job, and I'm the mom. And these people would say in the court system, he deserved to have a right. I said, how? And he's attacking me. It took almost 9 court orders for a judge to finally say, sir, this court order is not going to change. She threatened him to put him in jail if he didn't leave me alone. Now, the thing is, I did not tell him he couldn't see my child. That wasn't the thing. It was the lifestyle that you're living don't align with how I live. I will not be in a panic wondering if my child gonna come home, wondering if somebody gonna kick your door in because you make enemies in the streets and something happened to my child. How I'm supposed to deal with that as a mother?
Well, you should have thought about that before you started fucking with a drug dealer, ma'am. Because who the hell making enemies in the street other than a damn drug dealer, a corner boy? She out here having babies with a corner boy, so she ain't nobody that Velvet should even be taking advice from.
And something happened to my child. How I'm supposed to deal with that as a mother? I carried this baby while I'm pregnant and you cheated on me. I'm supposed to respect you, and you didn't even respect my body. You didn't even respect my womb, that I'm walking around here carrying your kid. I'm not on drugs. I'm not going from man to man. I'm not doing any of that. All I want is peace.
Yeah.
And all I want is for you to be a father. Do your part. If you love your child's mother, you will not belittle her. You will protect her. Because at one time you loved her.
Or did they?
Or
Because
did you? Was it a convenience?
because I've noticed that whether we have good intention, well, only for the experiences that I've experienced. I can't speak for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that it doesn't matter how pure the intentions, how open my heart, how vulnerable, how loyal, how down, how ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
More men in today's society, not all of them.
No.
Most men from the 80s, the especially the middle 80s, late 80s, early 90s, all the way up until now, they are infatuated with the idea of having something. They're not in total, because they are. I mean, you can't say that you want to be with a woman, love bomb her, and then as soon as she gets pregnant, you find that to be a way or an avenue to express other desires that hinder the entire family. Break her heart, break the child's heart, break your own heart in the process, because these men never talk about how their heart gets broken. Because, and the fact that, and we know that their heart is broken is because when we decide to leave and we choose ourselves and our children, they start to attack us. In order for somebody to attack us that hard is because they feel hurt because we disconnected.
Amen.
But that's not helping the situation. That's why I like to point out traumas.
Yes.
Because most of these men's mothers were not properly in their lives. Neither have they had proper fathers either to show them how to love themselves enough to love a woman. And the cycle is just continuing, baby, and it got to stop.
Well, guess what? That cycle stopped with me. Let me tell you, because I went on, once me and my last relationship after my child's father ended, and he got upset because he literally said to me, it was laughable then and it's laughable now because I'm a queen, honey. I am a one man's woman, and I know my worth. So what you're not gonna do is put me in a category with anybody else. So let's get that on the record, okay? So when I found out he cheated, I told him, I said, okay. I said, so here's the plan. This is what we're gonna do. I wasn't hollering, fussing, cussing, because my instincts already, like you said, know your inner self. I pay attention to my body and I pay attention to my vibes that I get from people. And like you said, God speaks to you through your dreams, but God used to speak to me through like discernment. I used to feel like something off. But see, I'm a person, when I start looking at things funny or I start seeing you moving funny, I get real quiet. I kind of shy off from you. I'm not going to embarrass you. And I'm not going to be like, yeah, I see you doing da 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 and all that. God put it right in my lap, literally. My son was 6 months old, 6 months. And I'm like, I said, so this is what we're going to do. Okay. Since you decided to go and get pleasure elsewhere, I'm going to go to the doctor, check myself out, but we are parents. We're going to co-parent from this day forward. So starting tomorrow, we are co-parenting. Okay? That means I ain't your babe. I'm not none of that. He told me, he was like, girl, please, you're going to always be for me. You my baby mama. I said, first of all, honey, hold on. I said, first of all, I am not your baby mama. Okay. I said, I'm a certain caliber of a woman. Okay. I said, I'm your child's mother. Let's get that clear. I said, now, you can't address me like that. I will not answer you. Well, that's gonna be for me always. You know, your poom poom gonna be for me always. I say, baby, that's dead. I say, baby, that is dead. When I tell you that is dead from the last time you touched me, it is dead. And when the next day came, he was like, hey babe. I said, oh, hold up. I said, you know my name. You address me by my name, or you address me as baby mother. He was like, what, you tripping? Da da da. From that day forward, it was havoc.
Yeah.
And what I can tell you about a situation like that, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're able to get away from somebody and block a lot of drama, you have daughters. You know what I'm saying? We gonna find out what the new baby is and all of that. But to block drama, my child went through so much. They was in therapy. They got abused. My child went through so much because the court system forced me to allow them to be in my child's life.
Not the court forced you.
The court, I said, my child comes home crying and shaking and saying, please don't send me back. I don't. I had to endure my child getting abused, coming home with fist marks in their back. Like, yes, I've been through a lot when it comes. So when me and my husband met, I went like just complete no man. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. I just was praying day in and day out. I was just like, Lord, if you send me somebody, make sure you design them for me. Make sure they're gonna fit the capacity of my life. To answer your question, what I did, I had to report it. And would you believe, even after reporting it, we got a mediator, child protection got involved, and they still made me send my child back over there. Or they told me, you don't allow them, I will have a warrant for your arrest.
Oh my God.
I didn't fully have peace with my child until they were about 11 or 12 years old. I don't like think about this stuff, y'all, but I agreed to come and talk to you about it. But let me tell you, people can say what they want about you, but I applaud you that you fighting tooth and nail to make sure your girls are protected, they have peace, they have love, and they have a safe place.
Yeah.
Us as adults don't feel safe a lot of times. You know why? It's because there's so much stuff that you have seen in your childhood that you have witnessed your father doing to your mother doing to your father, or if your mother was a single mother, she could be real aggressive and abusive sometimes. She don't feel like she's being abusive, but it is, right? And it caused you to make a choice to say, I'm gonna continue this pattern, or God fix me, fix my heart, help me to stop the bar here.
Yeah.
Help me to curb my appetite for anger. Teach me how to speak to my children. Teach me, if you're married, you're desiring to be a wife. Teach me how to be the woman of God, or the woman that this man you have sent in my life that he needs. Because men walks around with a lot of trauma.
Oh, I know.
And that's why they be so damn mad. They be angry. They be mean. You know, they hit below the belt sometimes, and they don't even realize what they're saying. And I always tell my husband, I said, I want you to always understand that your relationship with your daughter is the first example of how a woman is supposed to be treated. I say, if she don't feel safe with you, she don't feel comfortable with you, she don't feel loved and desired by you, a princess, she don't feel worthy, she always feel like she got to prove herself to you, that's the same thing she gonna look for in a man.
Yeah, that's that's deep right there, because there I've been through that part, but then there's a flip side where, because Eliana dad does this, he uses all of those things to get her mind and make her think that he really cares, but he's just using her as a token to get to me, to utilize her and get her to do whatever it is he wants her to do. There are some very sick men.
Girl, yeah. And guess what? And my other child's dad, that's how he was. He would try to twist her mind and turn her against me. And he
Yeah.
would lie to her. But see, I always kept black and white proof. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to say nothing. I say, that's what he told you? I said, okay, since he had put you in an adult place, I'ma hate to do this, but this is my only proof to show you that that's a lie. I don't have to lie to you and tell you your dad, you a spitting image of your dad, but he asked me to have a paternity test. What I'm gonna lie about that for?
That happened to me.
And guess what? I still have the paperwork till today. And from when I show my child that paperwork, the whole respect level just left for them. She was like, "Why you gonna lie like that?
Yeah.
You got me at home acting out for nothing.
Yep. Disrespect.
Lying, telling me I could come and live with you and you love me and I'm your world and I'm your this and that." And then they was acting out or whatever. They called them and asked them, "Can I come and stay with you?" Right? The answer was no. They like, oh no, we can't. Nah, you gotta stay with your mama, man. Like, I work too much. I ain't got time for that.
But mama gotta pull every resource from out the crack of her ass out of abyss of nowhere to make sure all the kids is
All
together and
the
fed.
kids. And guess what? I used to have to fight every year for school clothes. My child support was $34.50
Are you serious?
every 2 weeks.
What are you gonna do with $34?
Yes, ma'am. And they will tell me, take that and do what you need to do with it.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Wow, $34.
Yes, ma'am. So when
I
I
ain't
tell
never
you,
seen
when I
child
tell
support.
you, I understand what you doing. I don't care what nobody on here say about you, girl. When I tell you, when they see other women or they hear other women's stories, and really, I think you should start a series where you talk to other women so they can see it's not just you.
I have recently, so I do a lot of talking behind the scenes with some women, and I've recently started to come to the understanding that a lot of women are going through what I'm
But
going. A
girl,
lot of women got
yeah.
multiple, and I'm like, wait,
But
wait,
they be
what?
ashamed.
They,
They be ashamed.
they
But
be
see, you're
ashamed
not
because
ashamed. You
they be
just wide open with it, you
they
know?
be ashamed because the fathers make them feel ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
One of the three fathers or one of the two fathers
Mm-hmm.
make them feel bad
Mm-hmm.
to entrap them in their
Mm-hmm.
madness. But
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the reason why I'm not ashamed is because growing up, I didn't give a fuck. I'm so sorry. When I was growing up, I did not care. The way I grew up was, to me, in my mind, it was harsh. It was like, kick your ass off the porch. Like, I'm kicking you off the porch. You don't step down the steps, I'm gonna kick you off. This motherfucker, like. So when I experienced certain things, I knew from a very early age, nobody didn't owe me nothing. I couldn't go ask and go look for nothing. I couldn't, it was just one way. And I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't depend on people to pour into me
Mm.
because I wasn't getting that at home. I had to do that. I had to pour into me to put myself to a certain degree to even be able to keep myself out of depression, to keep myself growing as a young. This all happened when I was 11, starting out when I was 11 years old.
Mm.
I had to pull myself out of depression. I had to make sure that my mind was okay because there was nobody else around me equipped enough or had the resources or even knew to the depths. You see what I'm saying? And not only did I go through that myself, I watched 6, 7, 8 other people around me go through it. So
Mm.
me me
Mm-mm-mm.
caring me caring about what somebody else had to think about me was the last thing on my mind. And moving forward into my life, I do feel like that God did put a certain light over me to where
This comment this lady made, I am your dad, Nadi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. She said, we have to apologize to our children instead of talking bad about their fathers. Let me tell you something. That's exactly what I did to my kids. I cried when, as they got older, and I just sat with them and I just said, I said, y'all, I am so sorry. They
yeah,
like, for what, mama? I was like, for making a bad decision.
I've been through
For
that.
choosing a bad person. For choosing, I'm not going to say bad. That's the wrong word. I said for choosing the wrong person for me. And
I
they being your parent. It was a hard job. Being a parent alone is a hard job. I don't care if it's two parents and a home, baby. It's a hard job. Hold on a second.
Mhm.
I'm gonna come right back. Hold on.
Mhm. I don't see no comments because I'm keeping it on this one comment because I want her to touch on this topic. The dragonflies are playing right now.
I'm sorry. So that when you have to first take accountability for your part. You know what I'm saying? Even though they turned out to not be great fathers or whatever, we still played a part in different things too. Okay, I take that. I can't control how you decide to be as a parent
Right.
along with me after the fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However, I just took accountability and I just apologized to my kids, myself, you know? And as the years passed by, I did get apologies from both of them. It was just like, I just want to let you know you did an awesome job. You know, I messed up and I hope we can move forward from here. But years had done passed. Time. And it's like the kids don't even really want to. Well, one of my children really, they don't know you now because you know let so much time lapse to where it's like they're, instead of being their father, they dealing with a stranger.
Yeah. My mind, I don't even have enough brain capacity to even think about
Think of
that.
child,
You see what I'm
and
saying?
it's hard. It's get your capacity together, child. Because guess what? I'm telling you, girl. I'm telling you, when the children get older, they begin to have a desire
It's
for
just
that
so
parent.
hard. It's just so hard because the second one is cool, but the first one and the third one, father,
Mm-hmm.
those the type of guys, they be like, they do deliberate shit,
Mm-hmm.
like
You ain't
you
gotta
can't
tell
you
me. I
can't
already
keep
know.
me away. You can't keep me away.
Yep.
So with the type of person that I am, I'm like, bitch, watch me.
Right.
Like that's the type of person I am. Like
Mm-hmm.
don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like a very good time to me.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. It's so hard. Like, oh my God.
And even though like they dad could be like scum, like you could know they scum, but it's still a part of that child. You see what I'm saying? And one thing, like that lady said, I never talk bad about their dads to them. They could never tell you I just drag for their daddy and be like, no, you ain't talking to him. No, you ain't going over there. I don't want to deal with that MF and da 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 da. I always was taught to be a lady and allow the children to learn on their own.
You know what's crazy? Eliana, she knows why we're not around her dad and the third baby's father. She knows.
Mm-hmm.
She says it. I don't say nothing to her.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying, she'll be like, yeah, I know why we don't go around because they hit you and they're rude to you and to me, and I'm never gonna let anybody be rude to you. She literally, she be saying like, and so sometimes I be having to step back and like just listen to her to see how much she knows.
Now, y'all, how would baby Eliana know that her father, Eligio Bishop, aka Nature Boy, aka Three God, was abusive towards Velvet without Velvet actually telling that little girl that? How would she know?
See how much she knows. That's how you know children, when they're around stuff like that, they pick up on it. And I do not want Eliana thinking every day I get up or every time something happens, especially when she's around boys, whether it's her cousins or friends or whatever, I tell her, don't ever let a boy hit you, and don't you ever hit a boy,
That's
because
right.
when you hit a boy, that boy is not gonna hit, think that he can hit you back.
Right.
But don't ever let a boy hit you. Come tell somebody.
Tell
Don't try to fight
somebody.
him back either,
Yeah.
because you could get hurt in the process.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's just sad because she knows, and she's so young. Like, she's just so young. But she's gonna grow up with that imprint forever. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, we're not gonna even claim that. That's not true. That's a lie.
That's
She's
true.
not gonna grow up with that imprint in her mind or on her life. You know why? Because you already curving it and correcting the problem.
That's true. That's true.
So she's gonna know the balance.
Yeah.
Okay, if I choose to go down this pathway, this can happen.
Yeah.
But what I'm choosing is what I saw my mother rise up.
That's
She
true.
protect me. She protect my sister. She fought against and she got away. That's my mother's story. And what's so great for you is that you actually got a blueprint.
Oh, girl.
You got a blueprint for everything. It is not a lie. It's not hidden. You see what I'm saying? So with our parents, we got to go according to what he said and what she said.
Mine is documented.
But yours is documented.
Woo.
Right? Videos after videos after videos. So she's gonna be able to dissect and be like, I don't even want to be around this person. Oh my God. This what my mom endured. Oh my God. You know, she has something tangible.
Yeah.
Not him saying, your mom's a liar. She's lying. I ain't never did that. I ain't never cursed your mom. I ain't never hollered at your mom. And there's thousands of videos everywhere showing it. So you actually got God on your side, to be honest, for real.
That's
because
true.
I mean,
Most people don't.
Black and white don't lie.
Yeah.
And lie. And most people, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. So I know it's probably hurtful. It's something that that you're gonna have to walk through one day and revisit once you become older, a teenager, or whatever. And but you're gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to handle it though.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna work itself out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
I try not to think too far into the future when it comes to like dealing with stuff like that, because Lord, I get stressed out. Like, I did a video the other day talking about it, releasing all my emotions about it, and shortly after I had a super nosebleed. Yes. Like, my nose, I got up to give me something after the live. That's when I had on that green dress. I got up after the live. I went to go give me something to drink. And I waited to get up, because I can't move that fast anyway.
Right.
And then I was fixing me something to drink, and I was walking according to my pace, and my nose just started bleeding. Like, everywhere, and it was bleeding for like almost a minute straight, just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. I was like, yeah, this is how you know it's toxic, to that degree. If my nose got to bleed and I'm just talking about it, that's how you know it was, but
elevating your pressure.
But I did look at that nosebleed as a form of purification, release.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted us to switch gears a little bit, and I wanted to talk about a topic, because I hear a lot of people say, like, y'all, like, women need to stop looking for men and, like, all of this stuff. So this one person says, I am your natty. I think this is and she says women with children gotta stop looking for a man when they already got a child/children. I want to talk about that. I want to like just hit on that right quick.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
But I want you to go first if you don't mind,
Uh-huh.
or if you want me to go first,
I
you know.
can go first.
Yeah.
Because you know, if she's talking to me, I can handle it.
I think.
However, I didn't look for my husband, my third child's father. I didn't look for him. I was minding my lovely business, pumping my gas, minding my business, and he looked and seeked me. Okay? And from the time we had our first date, you know, we had expectations for one another. Because combined, we have 7 children. Okay? So one thing about it is one thing for certain and two things for sure. Why do you feel like if a woman already have a child or children, she not supposed to be loved?
Right.
The children not supposed to be loved by somebody? It's called a bonus parent. I have a bonus son that has cerebral palsy. Okay? And we got 3 on the other sons. So it's like so just because so if you saying that about women, so men who done been married and divorced and they got 3, 4 kids, they should never remarry again. They they shouldn't look for a lady to love and love their kids, even though they have a mother who loves them. But why not give extra? Make it make sense to me. And absolutely, you do make better choices. Because once you went through so much with different people, baby, those red flags they're gonna throw up like them flags on the football field. You gonna be like, ooh, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Joey, it was nice meeting you, but unfortunately, it's not gonna work. Well, what happened, Val? What happened? You have some things that you need to work through, and I just don't have the capacity to deal with it. I don't. But I wish you well, and I thank you for the time that we had.
Yeah.
Next, like I just didn't entertain anyone. Yeah, they could. That's okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
I would
that's
say this
that's
because
funny. I
there's
would just laugh at that.
there's a lot of like I noticed that in our community,
Mm-hmm.
especially when women,
Mm-hmm.
cause like a man, I realized like men could do like a lot of stuff and get away with it,
Mm-hmm.
but the men, I don't know, it's just a weird dynamic between the masculine and the feminine energy in our community.
Absolutely.
I realize women get hated more for their mistakes than
Mm-hmm.
men do.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's really not like we judge each other too much, number one.
Oh,
Because
women, yes, Lord.
on the outside looking in from somebody's situation, whether they're a man or a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know why that person endured what they endured.
That's right.
You don't know what wisdom God had to give them through going through what they went through.
That's right.
So you can't just sit there and make
Pass judgment.
yeah.
Period.
You see what I'm saying?
Pass
Upon
judgment.
somebody's situation. But I realized like even in my situation with some of the guys that I've been with, like my second baby father and my third baby father,
Mm-hmm.
people are for whatever mysterious reason under the impression that I may have had been looking for a man to love me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very confusing for me because like my whole life is online, right? And there was a
Mm-hmm.
whole process in my life where I had drew back and I loved on myself, and you guys watched that. You guys
Mm-hmm.
watched me love on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is this: even though it was that short amount of time that you guys watched me love myself, I've been mastering loving myself since I was 11 years old. It didn't just start when I got with a man. My wisdom, I started gaining wisdom when I got with these men. I started gaining my womanhood. I started expounding upon my womanhood when I got with these men and I started having these children. I'm not that 15-year-old Velvet. I'm not that 23-year-old Velvet. I'm not even that 25-year-old Velvet anymore. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this: when women have children and women go, you have women who look for love, but you can tell the difference between a woman who's looking for something and a woman who's open for something. You see what I'm saying?
That's good. Say that again.
You can tell the difference of a woman who is looking for something and a woman who is open to something. Because for both of my second baby fathers, I was open to them loving me. Were they capable? Do you see me with them?
Right.
We're going to leave that on the table, moving forward. That's not anything for me to beat myself up over or close myself off to love or not allow the man in my life that's, seeking me, because I'm pretty sure he's out there praying for me. He might not know that it's me, but I'm pretty sure there's a man out there praying for somebody just like me.
Yep.
And I'm not ever going to dumb myself down so much because of what I've been through that I neglect my self-love in the process. Just because I have children. Like you said, our children deserve a healthy father figure.
Absolutely.
Our children deserve a home, a well-functioning home. They deserve a stable relationship. They deserve to see these things. So whether the man comes today or tomorrow, 5, 15 years from now, it really doesn't matter.
No.
What matters is how that woman is loving herself through the process, and how she's carrying herself through the process, and how she's making better decisions from the experiences that she's learned already. And some people will say to me, well, you keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over. Actually, to me, I could see how the circumstances look the same to you, but in my life, in my waking life, each baby's father had different things that came with them, and that was levels for me. I was ranking up, in my opinion,
in your opinion,
to the point where now, me being 26 years old, I can now sit in my queendom and in my throne and know exactly who you are. Not a lot of 26-year-olds can sit and say that they are sitting comfortably, sitting in their throne, knowing their worth, knowing who they are, knowing who they are, knowing what they want, knowing where they want to go, knowing the vision. I have a vision.
And let me tell you something. I interact with women. Yeah, the mosquitoes tearing you up, baby. Go on inside. I have women that's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and do not know who they are. They're not complete with themselves. I had to go through a whole healing journey. Dealt with depression for the first time in my life 2 years ago. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it felt like. Because I always was like, I got this. I always dust stuff under the rug and just kept moving. Because if you stop and you sit still, you gonna sit in that shit. And when you a mother, I became a mother at 19 years old. My whole youth, I've been a mother. Starting at 19. Had my last child at 30, 31. You see what I'm saying? So when other people was out just partying, doing the college life and doing this and doing that, I was grinding. I had to shift gears and become a full-fledged adult. Cool.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And that was my choice. I made that bed, so I had to lay in it. And guess what? I don't regret one thing. I got asked all the time, you ain't regret having kids so young? You don't regret? I said no, because I guess it was my story.
Right?
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex Carbonation member and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
I just made the best of, I just made it the best freaking story you can hear of. I got two phenomenal older kids that are amazing. They have trials and tribulations that just like any other young person. But you know the difference between when I was growing up and with my kids is I can pour into them.
I see.
If they hurt, if they're going astray, if they're confused about something, they don't have to truly like go on the outside or seek and find somebody. They come straight
They
to
come
me.
to mama.
And I don't judge them. I don't bash them. All I ask is, you don't have to tell me exactly what's going on. Tell me what I need to pray about.
Mm-hmm.
If you're open to let me know what's up, let's talk about it. Let's talk it out.
That's very, very mature. That creates a very safe space for your children.
Exactly. Because you know what changed me with that was my child told me, my middle child told me, we can't talk to you about stuff because when we bring up certain things, you just blow up. And that broke my heart because I was like, man, that's what happened to me when I was growing up. I anything that didn't sound perfect or in the box.
Yeah.
What you mean? What you did? Da, 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 da. Oh no, you can't be doing this. Blah, blah, blah. Instead of me being quiet and be like, what you did? Why you did that?
Yeah.
Explain to me. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Can we come to like
figure it out?
Let's figure this out together. You see what I'm saying? And so I was just like, okay. And once they kept expressing to me, like, Ma, you gotta change that. Like, I can't talk to you about nothing. I just have a different experience with you as a mother. You know how big that is for a child to be able to express themselves to their mom like that. I have a child like that. Like, this how I feel. This what you do. You hurt my feelings when you say this, and this. And I just want the same respect that you want me to give you, Mom. That's all. That's big.
That is
I
big.
felt like this. I'm supposed to be the mother, but I felt shrunken in my skin. I just felt bad. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, this stop today.
Yeah.
And me and my child, we worked on it. And now we like this. We extremely close. And one thing I'm going to tell parents that's on here, if you have more than one child, you could think that you're a perfect parent. You can believe that you got it all together. You can feel like, I do this for you, I do that for you, and this and that. But let me tell you, breaking news, each one of your kids get a different version of you.
That's true.
Even though you feel like you treat everybody the same across the board, every child get a different version of you. The way my oldest experienced me, my youngest don't. You know why? Because that's a 12, 13-year gap.
Yeah.
So do you know how much I have matured? How much wisdom, as you said, I have gained? how much self-control,
Yeah.
how much hurt, pain I have released. I had to release a lot of stuff. I had to. It be so, when you walk around with stuff from your childhood to a ex and all of that,
Yeah.
it weigh you down.
And it
It
ultimately
weighs you
transfers to
down.
the kids.
It's so bad for the children because they begin to feel it. And then they be like, when they go off to themselves, per se, if you chastise them a certain way or if you correct them a certain way, they go off to themselves and be like, why mama had to handle it like that? Why she had to talk to me like that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we both have experienced things as children. And it's not, and I expressed to my mom that I'm not telling you you're a bad mom or you was no good or nothing like that. I'm just expressing to you my experience with you. That's
I
all.
believe I believe that children to some degree, children. I think children are here to evolve us
Mm-hmm.
and grow us, and I think that especially the later generations, like
Woo.
the early the 70s, the 80s,
Oh yeah.
60s, 70s,
Oh yeah.
80s,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a clear understand. Like it was so much of I'm the parent, you the child, you do what I say, you
Say
my child.
yes, Lord. You do what I say, and that's it. And it's like, no. If people see, that's the thing. When you start doing a healing journey, you begin to realize everybody across the board have feelings. Everybody across the
Even
board.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
baby, even
They, hey sis, everybody across the board have feelings. Everybody across the board. Prime example, like my bonus baby. He's 22, but he can't communicate properly. He can't communicate and let you know if he's hurting. He could just give commands. I'm ready to eat. That my diaper need to be changed. Stuff like that. What do you want to watch on TV? But to express
his
like
emotions.
like Miss Kia, my stomach hurt. I got a bad headache. It's just, and the Lord let me know, like, you have to learn how to communicate with him properly.
Mm,
It's not his fault. So it's your job as the parent to find it in your heart to say, Lord, I don't know what to do.
teach me.
Help me communicate with him so that we can get along with each other and he can always know she loves me.
Yeah.
She feel me. She have compassion for me to know, okay, this baby not feeling good today. Something is off.
Mhm.
And do you take time to ask, how you feeling? You okay today? And when I greet him in the morning, it's the same way I greet his sister, his other siblings. I say, good morning. How you doing today? Even though he really not gonna tell me, but he smile and he get excited and he like, yeah, like good morning. He could tell me good morning. So to me, I'm like, he in a good mood. We gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
So it's just, I brought that up to say that everybody have a say, even the children, even disabled kids, who don't have a voice.
Yeah.
A newborn baby, they language is crying. They don't know how to communicate yet.
Right.
They got to develop into that. You see what I'm saying? And then
That's
as people get old, they got grown people who don't know how to effectively communicate. They'd rather argue.
right.
And it's like, hold up, baby. All I did was ask you a question.
I don't like arguing. Arguing make my nose bleed.
Girl, I don't like arguing because my pressure go up and then I began to start seeing red. Like my mind shifts into things that I want to do to you physically bad.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm ready.
We go to blue shift to red shift.
Girl, I'm telling you,
Real quick.
I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and leave this alone. I'm gonna walk off.
That's what I do. I walk off.
My best attribute is get quiet and walk off and go in a corner and pray.
When I do that,
I pray so much till I get mad. Because you know prayer is supposed to bring you peace, but when you holding your voice
let me tell
for
you,
peace to not go off on people, it's work. Yes, ma'am. It is. Like
I don't know what it is about prayer when you around people that just like toxicity. Because that happened to me in my first and my second baby's lives, like father's lives. Like I literally would get quiet.
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, cool.
I
I'll go
saw
play.
it.
They'll get so mad. So mad. And I'm just like, you mad because I'm asking for clarity? You mad because I'm asking God to show me how to move around your ass?
Yes.
Time to go.
Time to go. Because if you don't respect the fact that I respect you enough to not disrespect you and cut you and slice you with my tongue, that's one thing God gave me. I do not have to really fight people with my.
See, she definitely don't know Velvet because Velvet will cuss somebody out in a heartbeat. And she was fighting Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, physically. So, yeah, she don't know Velvet.
That's one thing God gave me. I do not have to really fight people with my fists. But when this mouth gets to going off like a
I don't know. I can't find it.
This mouth is serious. You hear me? I had to plead the blood over my tongue. I said, Father, please control my tongue. Because let me tell you, when I go off on you and I'm doing it with passion, I draw tears from people because I'm like, don't play with me. Don't play with me like that. Like
sometimes I wish I had
you from being quiet.
Sometimes I wish I had that attribute, but I just can't. I don't know. It's just something.
You haven't grown into it, but
something yokes me. As far as I'm concerned, like right now, like something yokes me, and I don't think it'll ever like do something because the first was the worst. The second was just like the as if not like the first. But something yokes me when it comes to my tongue. I don't know exactly why, but like I be wanting to so bad.
Yeah.
I walk away.
I'm telling you,
they feel it in the spirit.
Let me tell you something. I don't have to tell you nothing. But when I tell you, you're going to feel when I tell you when fire is coming out of me, people can feel it. In my house, they know, like, they'll walk in the kitchen and be like, nah, she not in a good mood today. No, because I'm always kind of like a bubbly person. I'm like, good morning, what's up? What you doing, girl? Where y'all going? What's up? I constantly like pick with my husband and stuff like that. But child, if I'm silent, that's the worst place you ever want me to be as your friend and as your mate. I'm telling you, or your parent. Like when I get silent, it's dead ass. Like I'm dead ass plotting. I'm thinking about a lot of different things, like all kind of stuff that I done let slide. I'm mad all over again. And now I gotta go into my heavenly language.
Yeah.
And speak in tongues to shift my mind and ask God, okay, Lord, fight this battle for me. Because you already told me that troubles was going to come in my life anyway. But I need you to fight this battle and let your child know I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
And I don't like what's going on. And God has given me so much grace and mercy in my marriage and in friendships and things like that. To where when people know she moving a certain way, I did something.
Yeah.
I said something and she decided to not really go in on me. You see what I'm saying? And my best of best friend, we both done did stuff to each other, and when I tell you we could call each other, we'll text each other, voice record each other and be like, you know, when you said da 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 da, that really did something to me. And that's when you find out who your real friends are.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Who really down for you and love you authentically? Because if you can't correct me, then you don't love me. If I can't correct you, then I don't love you. You don't love me and I don't love you. You just want the illusion of me. What you have created in your head, how I should be and who I am. You love the thought of me.
That's why I'm solo dolo.
That's right. And you better stay solo dolo. Stay that way, baby. Get in your word, get your crafts going, get your business going, focus on your bag, focus on your girl, your children, focus on advancing you full-fledged.
Yeah.
Like just dive into you. You know what I'm saying? Dive into your higher power, dive into the Lord. Like, girl, I'm telling you, I got so deep praying every day. I would get the shower is my cleansing well, is what I call it.
Me too, yeah.
And I just release. I just cry and cry and cry and cry. And I would just be like, Lord, I just want to thank you for my husband, wherever he is. You know, just speak life over this man. You don't know when he's going to come. You probably be going to the grocery getting some milk or getting some fruit. And he walking and he just mesmerized by you. You know what I'm saying? Be like, how you doing? But you don't know if he the one. However, when you ask the Lord to bless you with something and you bless it yourself in the waiting process, it can't help but come to you right.
I understand what you're saying.
It can't help but come to you right. It cannot. He will not, because now you have committed yourself and you have made a sound decision and say, Lord, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give myself to you, right? So whatever husband you have for me, show me. Show me. And guess what? He gonna do it. And he have no, whatever man come for you, got anybody that's not right, he gonna block it. He gonna block it. It's blocked.
That's why I'm trying to understand, because I'm having brain farts and everything right now, because I feel like, remember when I was in Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was so like in this mode right here. Like,
ooh, I loved it when you was out there, girl. Girl, you would give me chills when you would do them lives at night, and the girls would be down, and you would just pray, and you would like you was just like angelic.
I honestly, real. I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to understand still. Like, was that? Because I know God uses us sometimes to bring things to the light. And sometimes I be thinking in my mind, am I being used right now? Because I know I didn't choose this shit. Like some, I don't know. I can't
Sometimes,
explain it.
listen. When God chooses you, just like everybody talk about, oh, how you gonna be praising God and you do this and you do that, right? God used the prostitute. She was sleeping with a different man every 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. So if he could do it for her, why he can't do it for you?
Right.
So basically, okay, yeah, you got another child, you got another baby dad that's not right, but at least you making a sound decision to walk away.
Yes, ma'am.
But guess what? This time, you fully have learned.
Yeah, that's the difference. That I could
This
honestly say that
time,
is the difference because I
you
didn't.
have learned. Because that second baby daddy of mine, that time, I have learned what type of man I am not going to look for. I don't want to look your way. I
Yeah.
don't want to have a conversation. I don't
Yeah.
want, let alone, huh? Woo. Oh, no, baby. This porn is worth too much. Too much, baby.
You're right. Cause
I got the
that
comeback, honey. This comeback is
okay.
real. So
Okay.
let me tell you,
Why
you know
you think they
your
be going
jewels.
crazy online?
But I'm saying that's, you know, you're precious. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you can offer somebody. You know the value you can bring to somebody's life. You know your worth, and you know what you kind of gonna look for.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
this
it's
time,
solidified.
don't look for nothing.
It's
Don't look
it's
at
crazy.
all.
It's well, yeah.
Don't look.
It's it's just interesting
Mm-mm.
because the last time when I got into the situation, even when I got into that relationship with Mike,
Mm-hmm.
these people come to me. It's like I'm drawing
But
it. It's like
but you know why? There's still something inside of you that's attracting that, and you got to do the work. While you have when you have this baby and release this baby, you got to do the healing work.
the only thing that I can think about, as far as, and this is me being as transparent as I can be,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that I can think about that would keep drawing that to me is not fully coming to terms with the relationship that I had with my father and my mother growing up. When I tell y'all, I desire a family so bad, like it's in my freaking bones.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you,
I was the same way.
like I literally, like, oh my God, like this has been the vision of my life. This has been to let go of the thought of me wanting a healthy family is like taking my heart out of my body.
So this is what I just heard. Tell her to desire me, and everything else she want, I will give it to her. I'm gonna say it again. It's time for her. Tell her to desire me first. Then I can give her the desires of her heart.
She need to keep it a stack with Velvet. She need to let her know that she needs to either keep her legs closed or use protection, because otherwise she'll be on baby daddy number 4 in no time.
Tell her to desire me. And see, that's what I had to do. And we love our children so much, but when you don't passionately say, Lord, I, I surrender, I give up, I don't want nothing before I come to you. Cleanse my heart, cleanse my soul, cleanse my body of these men that I freely gave to them. And after you say that prayer, get in your word or get in your meditation and truly work on you.
Yeah.
And I promise you, when you do this, and I'm talking, it be the ugly cry, girl. It be the serious situation going on privately. But until you desire him, he can't give you his son. He just can't, because you're going to mishandle them, because you still got baggage. You need to be in my Letter to Me group, girl.
That's
I'm
what I was
telling
thinking.
you.
I'm like, can I get into
Yeah.
Letter to Me?
Yep. And I have the list of letters, and we could go live in the private group and read the letters to the community.
It's just so interesting because I how I'm feeling right now, I could understand like why certain people like go through these spells of like questioning themselves,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because
Mm-hmm.
I literally feel like I did that. Like I feel like I feel like since the beginning of time, since I can remember, when I was kicked off that porch,
Mm.
like I had to surrender to God, like if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like I've been being guided ever since. Even when I got into the relationships with the men and after and the children and taking care of everything and everything just working out. I feel like God has been holding me through that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like now I'm feeling like I gotta maybe go a little deeper. I felt like I was already deep, but I guess I'm not deep
You
enough.
was on the surface, baby, because you thought I watched everything. I covered you a lot.
You wanna know
And let me
something?
tell you this. While you was talking, it said that the reason she wound up attracting the first dad was because y'all met each other and you were broken.
I
When
can
you
agree.
went to him, you were broken. I could see it in your eyes.
I can agree to.
You are more healed now than ever.
Yeah,
You are
I can.
more whole and complete now because your eyes were so bright and lit up behind him. And I was like, she don't really see. But it was never a judgment on you on my end.
Yeah,
It was more of a, like I said, for the youth these days now, my heart would just kind of bleed, you know. And instead of me judging, I will cover you constantly, constantly, because fighting against darkness is not easy. And once you get entangled in it, it's not easy
yeah.
to come out. It's not. No matter what people on the outside could think whatever they want to think. You know what I'm saying? But when you in it, and it's not easy. So I applaud you for the way you have come thus far. And just like anybody else, you have a chance to for real do your healing. And I'm telling you, people think you so you great and you have wisdom. Baby, when God get finished with you, when he get finished, because you are powerful. You're my family and I watch you grow up, but I admire you from afar. And I tell you that privately. And I'm telling it to you publicly. You keep your head held high because you deserve it. You wear your crown heavy
I
because
know it
these
is.
stories that all this stuff you have been through, it's gonna save somebody's life.
Yeah,
Ooh, and who is to say it might not save your own children's lives?
it got
You
to.
gonna be able to see when they bring him home. You're gonna be like, "Come in the room. I need to talk to you. Come in the room. I need to talk to you." But mom, he's so sweet. No, baby, that's the character. That's the representative. Okay, Please listen to me. But guess what? You still gonna have to allow them to carry that cross if they decide to.
Yeah.
So your pain and your trials and your tribulations, everything it's not in vain, boo.
I know what it is. I wanna.
It's your stepping stone for where you
I'm
going.
gonna share what I know. I'm gonna share what I know it is, and it's leaving a lump in my throat. That's how I know what it is.
Mm. Yeah.
It is. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but this is the reason
Baby, you have to
the
release
relation
stuff.
the trauma that I endured between the dynamic of my mom and my dad
Mm-hmm.
is not the surface, but the root of all of this. I ran
And so
away.
guess what? And that's why I said I had to have the same conversation, because when I did, girl, when I did these lives 30 days with my best friend, she's on here, Shanier Clayton, and we did these letters. Ooh, it broke. It just broke me. It just broke me.
I'm afraid to go there, and I'm gonna tell you, this is how I know I'm afraid to go there. I use the word afraid because this is genuinely how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna. Words are spells and words create your reality. Fuck all that shit. I'm afraid to go here because this is like my what I had experienced from my experience. It was so dark to the point where how we seeing clearly. If you can imagine your vision getting clear or being clear, and you get so dark, you're in such a dark place that you start seeing black holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been there at 16, 15 years. I ran away when I was 17, and I ain't never been back home ever since that. Ever since I ran away when I was 17, when I tell you I done traveled the world. I done been across seas. I done been over there, over here, over there, over there, but my hometown. And I am back here. And I'm like, Lord, why am I here? Please take me away from here. I don't want to be here.
I know, but guess what? Let me tell you something. Hold up. Always remember, sometimes the same place you ran from, he got to bring you back so you can get healing from it.
That's what's happening. It's not even that I don't want to be here. It's just
you don't want faith. That's the same thing for me. He want to thank you. He want to dig up these roots that's inside of you. It's time for him to plant a new tree so you can have a new foundation and a new story. He have to. Because he can't.
You know how I felt
but let me
when
tell
I
you.
was younger? I felt it's fucking possible. I'm like, this shit is impossible.
It's not though, baby. It's not.
I know it's not impossible, but this shit
it's hard.
Here,
it
feels impossible. It's like everything around me is just suffocate.
I know. And that's because let me tell you, the best thing I could say is new elevation, as people say, the new levels, new devils, right? So God has, oh Lord, He have to put you through a purge, baby. And that's got to be hard with you carrying a baby. But he's going to put you through this purge. And if you feel you need to vomit, cry, scream, go on long walks by yourself, have somebody watch the baby, you got to kind of do this by yourself. You don't need nothing to transfer on her. He needs to purge you because you still carrying this stuff. Start doing the letters, and I'm telling you, when you start doing these letters, the Lord gave me every subject, and it taps into everything you going through. All of this from childhood traumas, triggers, what made you have low self-esteem? What caused you to not love you anymore?
That's the thing. I feel like
enemy? Who is the enemy? Give it a face.
I feel like I gotta fight to love myself. Like I gotta fight it. Like I feel like I naturally love who I am, but I feel
you're not
like,
in love with yourself.
No, I am in love with myself. I just feel like invisible. That's the only word I could use. Like I literally feel people can say that they understand. People can say. I just feel like I'm in a world of
alone.
Like quite literally. Like I don't know how else to explain that.
And guess what? To help you understand that, you have just answered your own question. Why am I attracting those type of men? Men are hunters. You think they can't see that? You think they can't pick up on that? They pick up on it through conversation. They know you don't feel whole and complete. They know this. And that's why they don't use it to build you or lift you up. They use it to box you in. And they use it against you. Then they use it to make you think you need them. But if you go through this purge like you need to, and you write these letters, I'm telling you, you're going to call me and be like, girl, oh my fucking God. I wish I would have been joined your group. And I beg people in the group to do these letters. I literally, in my group, I begged them to do it because of this right here. I was there.
Yeah.
I'll come on here. People didn't even know I was depressed. They didn't know. They didn't see me. Besides people that's real close to me. Soon as I get off a live, she called me. Hey sis, how you feeling today? I'm like, I'm all right. I'm good. That's our favorite answer. I'm all right. I'm good. No, you're not. No, you're not. So are we going to be real? You going to be a true friend of me? You going to be transparent with me? Or you just going to talk bullshit to me? And until you get that under control, until you get, until you release, you going to continue to attract them type of people. Even females, even women friends, you going to attract these broken people. But once you make that shift and you go through this purge that God wants you to go through, people think you bad now. They ain't seen nothing. But he got to do this to you because he can't have you leading his people astray. You have a voice. We all have a voice, but you have a voice. that radiates. You understand? And people follow. You got people that's committed to you. You got people that's blessing you. You got people that's carrying you. You got people that's praying for you. You got people that's preying on you.
Yeah.
It's a difference. They want to see you fall. They want to see you down. They want to see you low. They want to see like, oh my gosh, oh, she's struggling. She this and she that. You have a calling on you, and it's not going to be easy. That's my final thing to tell you. It's not going to be easy. But you have to purge, because once you do it, God you going to skyrocket. You think you have an audience now? That audience about to shift and change. I'm telling you, you about to be in rooms that you have you feel like you ain't even qualified to be on the panel. But God qualified you. He qualified you. And at that point, you ain't gonna never let nobody mishandle you again.
Yeah.
You will never let nobody mishandle you again. But you have to do the work. And I'm with you. I'll hold your hand while you're doing it. If you want me to. I don't force it on nobody. But in my community, and somebody asked in the comments, Letter to Me community. Letter to Me community was created like 2 years ago. And I had fell into like a real bad depression. I just woke up one day like my business was falling. I got betrayed by people that I really was like backing or whatever. And I was just like, I was like, why is happening to me, Lord? Like, I'm like, what's going on? And I never knew it. Like I told her a while ago, I never knew what depression looked like, felt like, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord talked to me one night. I'll never forget. It was like 2-3 in the morning, and was downloading like, I want you to go live and forgive yourself publicly. I was taking my morning walk at my 9 to 5. I'll never forget it like yesterday. And I said, huh? You want me to go live and forgive myself? And the Lord told me straight up, he was like, yep, until you do this, I can't push you past.
Damn.
So I'm bold. I pressed the live. I didn't know what I was going to talk about.
Right.
And I got on there. I was like, Lord, I was like, hey, y'all. I know it's been a minute. I said, but I'm just here because I was going through something. I had to kind of get quiet. And basically, I did the live. I forgave myself. I told publicly everybody like what I was lacking, what I was hurting about, what I was misunderstood about, etc. And on that live is when he was like, as a matter of fact, you're going to start a community and it's going to be called Letter to Me. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so y'all, I got this community and it's going to be called Letter to Me. And our first letter is forgiving myself. Forgiveness. That's the first letter. Forgiveness. What does that look like? Because you probably still haven't forgave yourself all the stuff that you've been through. Even stuff you feel like you self-inflicted upon yourself. Having the children, being in that relationship, then getting in another relationship. Your pain points is just changing faces, sweetie. That's all that is. That's why we in the same place with 3 different people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But see, the only difference between me and you, I have 3 daddies, but the last one is my husband of 13 years. Only difference between me and you is the last one, before I met him, I purged. I was single for 3 years consecutively. I ain't sleep with nobody. If somebody, I would go on dates here and there, but I wouldn't let it go too far. I would pay attention how they treat me, how they handle me. Are they consistent? Am I a priority to him? Am I the first person he needs to talk to in the morning? I'm the last person he needs to talk to before he go to sleep to have peace. What are you looking for? Write it down. Write it down so you can be clear. And when you give God your body, your heart, your mind, your soul, everything, you just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to do this by myself no more. When you for real do that, watch how your life change. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. And you go through that purge.
I mean, I did it. I know what you're saying because I did it for a year solid. So I'm not familiar. I
Mm-hmm.
just gotta take it all the way
You gotta
there.
take it all the way there. Even when you know somebody giving you the eye, when you do what the Lord told me to tell you, tell her to desire me first. Once you do that, when a man look at you, it's not going to even move you the same no more.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, okay, the Lord woke me up today. He provided for my children. I'm getting business deals. I'm like flourishing. I'm in school. You know, I got a place to live. I'm eating every night. I don't have a lot to worry about right now. Like, you're not gonna really be so like googly and like, hey boo. No. Cause you on a different time now.
Yeah.
You a mom of 3 kids. It's like, look, what are you bringing to the table? Me
Yeah.
and my husband we went on a date. From the weekend I decided to go on a date with him, we have never, besides him working and traveling for work, I wasn't playing. Like, I ain't wasting no time with nobody. And when he came in my life, shit, he scared me. Girl, I'm telling you, he was like, so I know you're younger than me. You have kids. I have kids. He said, but let me tell you something. I'm not for games. This, what he said, laid on the table before I spoke. He a man.
Yeah.
And he said, so if you feel like one day I want to be married again, he want to be married again. If you feel like you cannot be a wife, a whole complete wife, you feel like you can't do that job, just let me know right now. Because what I'm not going to do is waste your time, and I ain't going to let you waste mine. I'm on an
Yeah.
assignment. He said, now I'm not asking you to marry me tomorrow, next year, 2 years from now. But whenever I decide that I want you to be mine and my wife, I need you to be ready. And
I understand
from
that.
and I was like, what? I was like,
Mm.
woo, woo. You a man. But I mean, it's not, and nothing is perfect. Nothing is picture perfect. You know what I'm saying? That sound cute and that sound good, but we had stuff to work through
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get where we are today.
Right.
Who he was when I met him, he's not him today. Who I was, I'm not that 29-year-old girl, young woman no more. I'm 42 years old now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
hello, you know, I done changed a lot. And that's what's gonna happen for you. Exactly same
I
thing gonna
believe
happen
it.
for you.
I believe it. I receive it.
So y'all, this was amazing. We can
Where
do
can
this
we
again.
where can we join Letter to Me community?
Actually, the link is in my bio for you to request to come in the group. It's a private group. You have to answer some questions. It's not a place for you to solicit. You got to be respectful to everybody. you can, just making bad comments on the people posts and stuff like. I don't play that. I kick you out quickly for that. If
Awesome.
you privately DMing people, trying to hook up and all that, you're getting blocked. You're getting kicked out. So the link is in my bio to join my community. I would love for people who are really seeking healing. I do have a list of letters for business on there as well. We read those. We done those letters. So this was amazing. Anytime you want me to come in and we could just have girl talk, we could do that. Just let me know.
This was your idea, so you let me know, because this is perfect.
Yeah,
Everything
on the back
happens
end,
right there.
we could
Yeah.
talk about, I wanted to chime in because earlier you was vulnerable. I felt your spirit. You were emotional. Your baby was going to school for the first time. And I was just like, I don't like when people bashing you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? Maybe if they see another face, they see another person, they'll go ahead and be like, well, dang. I'm getting y'all requests. I'm gonna let y'all
But
in when I finish.
this is hitting from another place, because you actually are a part of my root.
Yeah.
So it's hitting different. It's not like I'm talking to a stranger. I'm talking to somebody who held me as a baby.
As a baby. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It does sit different. And I'm that's why I always try to jump in your DM however I could get in contact with you and just love on you. I love all y'all,
Yeah.
and I just be like, but she just need a little extra, you just need a little extra, and that's fine,
I think that, like you said, I think that I'm public for a specific reason. Like, God has a calling over me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that about the, like certain people in my life. I feel like one day I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna fill myself up so much that I'm gonna be able to give that extra love to the individuals that I feel like need it. Cause I want to give it so bad, but I don't have it to give right now.
No. And that's it. Girl, when I tell you that was the most mature thing you could have said, because after this, I'm gonna let y'all go. When I went on my first weight release journey and I released 100 pounds, right? My mindset from watching a lot of your stuff shifted, and I began to have a different relationship with food, places, and things, right? I began to learn about alkaline diets and learn about alkaline waters and, different things that I should be putting in my body to fuel me, right? And so when I did that, I had to come home to my family, and my husband looked at me like I was on crack. And I was like, I said, you know what? I said, I am literally 15 pounds shy of being 300 pounds at 5'4".
Wow.
Yes, I was that big once before. And I said, I cannot do this. I said, I'm letting you know, and I'm coming to you respectfully as your wife to let you know I have to take care of me. So I can make sure you have dinner. I can make sure I still do my duties, but I need 2 hours for me. He was like, what? What that's supposed to mean? I said, I'm going to the gym. I need to go to the gym. I said, I'm no good to you if I don't love me, if I'm not taking care of me, And so that's what I did. So that's what I did. And, and now I'm on another journey to lose like 65 pounds because of the fact that I wound up gaining that much back, y'all. And it's a spiritual thing. It's a mind thing. We are so conditioned. Eat your food. Eat all your food off your plate. Thank you. But I don't teach my children that. When you're full, stop. Wrap it up, and that'll be your next meal tomorrow or later when you get hungry again. But that force feeding your kids and you can't leave the table until you finish all your food, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I hope you guys, cause y'all, some of y'all follow me, be kind, cause I do block people. And watch my weight loss journey, weight release, because I found that when you lose something, you go looking for something else. I ain't looking for no more weight. No. So that's right. Unlearn to relearn. And that's what I learned from her. I did. So guess what, y'all? Have a good night. We'll be talking later. Her baby says waking up, so she got to go be a mom. Okay? And I love you.
I love you too.
And we'll talk soon. We'll talk about the next subject we're going to talk with these good people.
Yes. Letter to Me community link is in her bio. Y'all go follow her.
Yes.
And I'm about to go hit that link right now.
Yeah, they've been doing it too while we was on here. But y'all have a good night.
Y'all enjoy y'all night. Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.